I'm Fox 23 Sports Director Nathan Thompson, along with the Tulsa World Sports Editor Barry Lewis. And Barry, your Tuesday column in the Tulsa World, the top 5 games here in the area. We're going to go over that right now. And man, we've got some great games. Number one, pretty easy choice. It's also the Fox 23 game of the week, as we have number one Owasso on the road at Union Friday night.
Yes, it's a game we've all been looking forward to all year, although at the beginning of the year we thought it might be number one Union versus number 3 Owasso, but instead Owasso's been quite the juggernaut this season, and they're looking to complete the rare sweep of defeating all the area's other top 4 6A1 teams, and to do it in the first 5 weeks of the season. That would be incredible if they could pull it off, but Union has other plans. Union is in the rare situation of being home underdog, and what we've learned in this series through the years is that sometimes upsets occur. Of course, most of the time it's been Union favored and Owasso pulling off the upsets. Who can forget the 6 overtime classic that Owasso pulled off in their upset when they pulled off in the 2022 semifinals. So you know that still sticks with Union. The seniors on the team still remember that very much, even though they beat Owasso pretty bad last year. They're not going to forget that 2022 semifinal. So it just all of that shapes up to be just a great matchup on Friday night. You've got Shaker Reisig, the senior, arguably the best quarterback in the state, at least one of the 2 or 3 best quarterbacks, against the up-and-coming Owasso sophomore, Drew Frankenfield, who's had such a tremendous start to the season, has really set the tone for the Rams.
And then game number 2, we have Norman at Jenks. This one's a little weird, historically speaking, because it's Norman that's undefeated. It's Jenks with the losing record. That's not what we're used to seeing.
No, Jenks 1-3, 3-game losing streak, looking to get things turned around against Norman. Of course, Jenks on a 3-game losing streak. Those 3 losses have come against the number 1, number 2, and 3 ranked teams. And you think they get a little let up in the schedule? Not really. Norman's the 5th ranked team. But Norman quite not. Norman's 4-0 is 4-0. They've been quite the story this year, but maybe not as daunting a task for Jenks. But you still got to respect that they're 4-0. They looked really good. Jenks will be the toughest team Norman has faced so far this season. So it's a big measuring stick for Norman as well, and for Jenks it's a time to see if they can get their offense on track. Only 10 points in the last 2 games.
All right, in game number 3, we stay in Class 6A1. Bixby ranked 2nd in the state, seems to bounce back since that season opening loss on the road at Moore, and Moore is another one of those surprise teams this year.
Moore 4-0, and their program that's getting better, but just memories of the last 2 years when Bixby crushed Moore by over 60 points each time. They just linger. Bixby may not win by 60 this time, but I think they will win pretty solidly at Moore.
And then game number 4, we go to Class 4A in a battle of undefeated teams as Cushing is on the road at Grove. 2
teams that play really good complementary football, stingy defenses. This seems like a 14-13, 13-10 type of game. To me, it seems like that. Probably go down to the last seconds, and really pivotal game in that district.
And rounding out the top 5, we go to Class 3A, number 1 Lincoln Christian on the road at Holland Hall, and this is rare because it's a district game now.
Yes, they haven't been district foes, so this is a new chapter in their rivalry. They've combined to win 4 of the last 5 3A state championships. Lincoln looks like a solid favorite, but it's hard to count out a team with such a tradition as Holland Hall, which is coming off a tough loss at Idabel last week. Lincoln Christian just looks really good again.
Yeah, we're used to seeing that. All right, that wraps up the column in the Tuesday edition of the Tulsa World. Barry's column of the top games up here in the week, and you can also get on okprepsextra.com and also go just okprepsextra.com all the time, right, all week long, and get a Tulsa World all week long, especially on Saturday where they have all the game coverage and the recaps and the great pictures from the Tulsa World photography staff. As far as Fox 23, our game of the week, as I said, that is Owasso at Union. Spencer Tillis will be live at 6:20 previewing that game Friday night with highlights of all our games. It's going to be a little different this week because we have a college football game that doesn't kick off till 8 on Fox, so we will live stream our high school football coverage. Just go to fox23.com at 10:30 to watch all of our high school football coverage. And of course, we'll all archive that after it airs. You can watch all the games, all of our highlights for Friday night and all season long. Just go to fox23.com sports page and click on the High School Football Tonight tab. All right, have a great week.